That's it.
I wanna see Wuhan. Oh, really wanna see Wuhan. Wuhan. Oh yeah.
Hello. Usually the cats are a little bit apprehensive of people. I've been seeing these everywhere in Wuhan. They're like little alleyways. Let me kind of give you a little give you some context where we are. This is I ate here last night. There's some good restaurants in this area, tons of them. And we're walking a little bit towards the waterfront, which is going to be towards that way. And I saw this little alley that I want to go in and explore. And looks like it's more residential. They have the gates, they have the name on top as well. So the door's open, I'm gonna walk right through. So let's check it all out. Okay, a lot of people are liking my Wuhan videos. And Wuhan is a really photogenic city. It's easy to film, it's fun to film. And in this particular video of Wuhan, I'm gonna be checking out this area that gives me a better feel of the city, because there's basically all these little neighborhoods and they look like they're off limits, but when you go in, there's a whole little world in there. So this is one of these where I kind of sneak through where I may or may not have permission to go, and I start filming and I see all these other shops and people, the residences where people are living, and these backstreet alleys. And the amazing thing is I'm right next to the busy pedestrian street. So what an interesting place for people to live, right? Like it's like that quietness, but then you can get right into all the see and be seen in action as well. Anyways, we're gonna go through it with my camera lens. And just so you know, I have a lot more Wuhan to upload over the next few weeks, next month and a half or so. I'll be putting up one a week for the next 5 weeks, probably 6 weeks. So there'll be a whole catalog of them, and they're all down below linked. So I have all the links down below. So that means that you can, if you come later, you can always catch some of the older ones as well. Was that a lot of information? But anyways, Wuhan. Let's check it out with the camera lens. It's better than me talking. We're on Wuhan, so we're on kind of an alleyway here. And I'm just going to check out some of the streets before we go in. I'm kind of getting a taste for Wuhan and what it's like. So we're gonna go down this little alley. Hello, how are you? So we're gonna walk into here. People are really friendly here for sure. So I think we just have these little alleys, and I think this is where people live, but there's also restaurants in here too. And it sounds like there's all kinds of interesting stuff. So people also hang up their clothes. So I think that these are, kind of reminds me of Shanghai. Shanghai, there's these areas where people have apartments like right in the middle of everything. And then they have a gate like we saw. And so yeah, people are hanging out their laundry. And I think we can go all the way through. So I think these are like apartments, but they look like a big mix of apartments. So I can see there's many different apartments in there. And this is my first alley I've been in, so I'm a little bit apprehensive to go into them. Here's one with sunlight, so I can kind of see a little bit. So yeah, basically there's the laundry goes up. So I think it's just like a neighborhood, just where people live. And then there's little alleyways inside. I see some air conditioning, so I think once you go inside, it just kind of leads into apartments. Like those. And I think they go all the way inside too, so they probably have a courtyard in there as well. But they're kind of cool. There's a lot of them in Wuhan. I'm seeing them everywhere in this particular area anyways. And I've been wanting to go down one of them. Oh, there's like boxes in there. So I think there's also companies as well that run the businesses out of these. That actually goes to another street. So I was over there looking around earlier, seeing what that's about. But yeah, kind of cool. So it's a little bit mix of commerce, business, and also just where people live. I think that's a cat. Oh, that cat's really friendly. Okay. It's a really friendly cat. Didn't expect that. Hello. Usually the cats are a little bit apprehensive of people. There you go. So friendly. Usually the cats are, my experience with most cats is that people aren't so friendly about them. So they can be a little bit skirtish and kind of run and hide. Ah, there's another cat. But maybe Wuhan is totally different. There's another one. It's a nice looking cat. Actually, I saw last night, I saw some cats that were some really beautiful pedigree. Hello. So they were beautiful pedigree cats. I wonder if I can get all the way through. We'll see. But those pedigree cats, they were showing them to the public and people were taking pictures, but they weren't asking for money. They were just in the public spaces. I'm seeing a lot of people coming down these little alleys like that. So so I don't know if I can go all the way down or not. I can see this goes into a through street, so I'm going to take it down. Okay, so this gives me a better idea. So there's actually more alleys everywhere in here. So it's just a little labyrinth of alleys everywhere. And then these gates bring people into the community. And there's also stairs to go up to the upper apartment ones. So in that case, I'm going to come back down to the main street. Looks like we're going through a restaurant or a shop. So now we're just out at the main space here. It's funny. Okay. So this is good because this will give me a little bit of space to give you some context. So this looks like kind of a European looking, I don't know if that's a hotel. Looks like a hotel. Amazing. If I had another night, I think I might try to stay there. So we're gonna come up into this main street up here. And I'm gonna keep the camera on. And I also just kind of gives you an idea of those alleyways. Just, you know, you got like a little world right on the other side of these walls. And I've seen a lot of that in this area, throughout the area, actually. Huh. Didn't expect that. I mean, didn't know what to expect, actually. So what I'm gonna do is just go right up into this main street. Let me see, this street is called Jianghan. And for some people that really want to know where we are, I'm gonna come over here and just film that. So this is Jianghan Road, which is one of the main roads. It's like a pedestrian street, basically. Now I'm just going to keep the camera going on a little bit further and just kind of give you the full context of and my plan is in a moment is I'm going to just try to go back into an alley and just try to see how accessible they are to the public. I think in this main street, I think that it's not really the way to go into them, because it looks more like a big block. I was just looking to the right there. I thought I saw an entrance, but I almost feel like some of these shops might go right into those little alleys, but I'm not sure. So yeah, this is what it looks like. So these are the alleys. So usually they'll have a door like that, and then you go into the alleys, but so you need to have some kind of security like that. I just happen to come in through the other side. And it's a whole other world in there. So, okay. And what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to walk a little bit further, and then I'm going to look to the right in a moment. And I'm also just kind of letting you see what Wuhan looks a little bit as well out on the main street here. Let me see if I can go to the right. I think that's just a... Nope. Okay, so anyways, you can let me give you a little bit of a preview exactly what we're looking at. So I'm going to go a little bit further. I'm going to get to the corner, and then we'll see if we can see some of those entrances into the side alleys a little bit. And I saw it on both sides. So let me just take a look here. Yeah, anyways, I think I'm gonna end it. So basically what you can, when you see this giant wall, looks like a big wall of businesses, just imagine on the inside there's a whole little community of all these little alleys everywhere. And I'm gonna leave it at that.